Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the full moon in Leo readings for my favorite signs. For all the signs that I do readings for on this channel. Not that they're all my favorites. I don't know if I have a favorite sign, if I'm very, very honest with you all. But because there's something to appreciate and enjoy about all the signs. Anyways, so happy full moon. We are going to get into what's coming up for each of the signs that I cover on this channel, and we're going to be taking a look at a general card, clarifiers, and then outcome. And we're going to start with the sign of Leo. So this is a full moon in Leo. It is going to be countering the sun in Aquarius. It's going to be engaging with our lovely Pluto moving into Aquarius, the sun moving into Aquarius. Like there's big, strong Aquarius energy. It's happening on the 25th, so this will be 5 days right after the sun and Pluto moved into Aquarius. Pluto is a very slow-moving planet, so a lot of these impacts that we'll feel upon this sign are going to take a long time to come into place. And Pluto is still going to be retrograding back into Capricorn. So that dance is not over. That energy is not done. So if you're feeling like, yes, this is going to be the revolution, the technological innovations that we were looking for and all of that. It's slow moving energy. It's not giving Uranus. It's not going to go down quite like that. But there will be changes. There will be radical endings. There will be big changes occurring. And right now we're kind of getting a little bit more into the taste of the gold in the shadow. Whenever you're having issues with one sign, look to its opposing sign to find some way to kind of work through that. And so we're getting this energy of this Leo full moon. It is very close to what will be happening later on in the month of February. I think it's February 22nd or 23rd, when we have the Mars-Venus conjunction in the sign of Aquarius. There's just a lot of Aquarian things going on. So, of course, we need a little Leo vibes. A little lightness, a little bit of the sun, a little bit of centering of self when you have so much related to society, community, friendships, all of those fun things going on. We got to pull it back, we got to bring it back to center, to the self. Aquarius, one thing I always like to harp on and push and just like prod that horse until it can't go any further is to say that Aquarius is about individuation, not the individual. It's not about individualism, where it is that we are just focusing on ourselves regardless of how that impacts others around us or our society or our community. It's about individuation. It's about learning how to maintain the truth of who you are and to settle into that truth and your skills and your talents so that you can bring those back and contribute to your community. All right, let's get into the reading. Let's start with our Leos. All right, Leos, what's coming up for you? Oh, okay. I think you're trying to chill. You are not trying to work all that hard. You are not trying to necessarily be an expert. Oh my goodness, you've got a lot going on, Leos. Okay, one more. Ooh, okay, Leos. This is a moment for you. Yeah, I don't know. The energy just might be too bouncy for you, too hype for you. It just might not be your vibe right now. You've got a King of Cups showing up first thing in your reading. You've got an Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So you were just like, bump this. Maybe you're rethinking your career. Maybe you're rethinking what it is that you do. King of Cups clarifier, Temperance. You need to balance out your heart and your mind. So there's no time to be focusing only on, there may also be maybe some health stuff going on that's forcing you to slow down. But balancing out your heart and your mind, because there's a King of Cups and they are very prominent. They are being very they're showing pretty powerfully. They've come in, they've made an offer to you. You're thinking about the offers in the past. You're not super into it. So if this is a relationship thing, then this is someone who is, this might be your father. This might be, it could be just whoever is the emotional caregiver in the family who's coming in and who's trying to say like, hey, things are out of whack. Let's try to get things back together. Let me make you this offer. Or it could be something that you are just really emotionally attached to. It could be a creative opportunity, art director, a chance to work in a different field, a chance to get back to, the dramatics and the arts and the things that our Leos love so much. Hold on just a second. Okay, sorry about that. The cat was acting kind of crazy, but all right. Well, as I was saying, this King of Cups is coming back in, and they are trying to get you to balance out. Perhaps you've been leaning too far. Perhaps you're being the King of Cups, and you've been caring so much about everybody else around you that you haven't been able to focus a little bit more on yourself. And now here's another cup. Here's another offer coming in, another thing to dedicate your time and your energy and your heart to. So it could be you leaning into a good direction and going into a more creative route, leaning more into your feelings as opposed to leaning in your head or doing so much work externally. But we see that you're defensive. You're a little defensive. I feel like this King of Cups is a bit of a different energy, and I think you're actually the King of Wands that's showing up here. And so you're feeling a little defensive. I think you're like, no. I need to be able to be active. I'm in my head for a reason. There's something I'm trying to accomplish. There's a path I'm attempting to take. And yes, okay, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed mentally. Feeling a little trapped mentally. But I can't just be taking on new things, going in a different direction, because that's the route that perhaps you want me to take. I need to be following my own path. I need to be leaning into my own energy. And that's showing up, at least here, seeming to be a little contradictory to what perhaps maybe everyone else is wanting you to do. We get a Six of Cups in reverse. So you are not looking at the past. Your eyes are not shadowed. You are very clear about what happened. And perhaps this is why you are defensive about taking this new route, about not taking this cup, about not falling into this routine. Especially if maybe this is a family member, and this is a family member that you have had some interesting encounters with, who's trying to come back in and trying to make everything okay. You're like, I've been here before. I know how this works out, and I'm not going to sit here and end up caught in this same situation. I have done the work that I've needed to do in order to be able to move on and to manifest the life that I would like to have. And yes, it is sad that I have to recognize that, maybe I can't take these cups. Maybe in my rejection of this, I lose connections. I lose opportunities. But I'd rather move on and not be stuck in the past than be in a pattern that just keeps repeating itself at my emotional expense. Let's get your outcome card. This is a kind of intense reading. The Empress, yes, you are building new things. You're not at the end of this pattern yet. There's a lot of you're in the kind of the thick of it. You're in the thick of it, into the thick of it, as they like to say. So yeah, Empress, you are building a new world. You're building a new system for yourself. It is growing, and you're sitting on it, and you're working towards it. I just think maybe it's not what people may want you to be doing, or in the direction that they want you to be going. So you're still kind of pushing your way into this. You're literally still creating the castle. You may think of it as building the moat, digging the moat, putting up the cast iron around it and all that fun stuff. You're still right there. You're really getting into all of the hard work of it. It's a lot of hard work, but it is the end of this mental strife and suffering, making this move, deciding to do this thing, following through on this passion, taking your own path. Instead of these cups, all these freaking cups that keep showing up for you, it is how you get done with all of that stress mentally. It's how you get to the end of the route. It's how you get to the cups that you actually want, as opposed to the cups that people are just trying to give you. I hate to say it, but it kind of sounds like, in a sense, to just kind of shut you up. They're making you offers to try to say oh my goodness, but I care about you and I want to take care of you, or I can make this easier for you, even though it's not what you want. Even though I'm going to give you something, it's a substitute, but it's not the cup you actually want, and you've actually been offered this before, and it didn't work out, and you've learned from it, and now you're kind of doing your own thing. Yes, now you get to actually access your cups. These aren't people handing you cups. These aren't people trying to give you cups. These aren't people knocking over cups that didn't work out and things like that. These are your cups. Your dreams, your hopes, what you want to put in time and effort and energy into, and you are able to snatch that up and move forward. I love this. This is a beautiful reading, Leos. it's a little rough. It's a little dicey. But hold on to your Leo energy. You know what it is that you want. Don't settle for anything less. Be the Empress. Be the King of Wands. Okay, so that's going to be it for our Leos. I think I'm trying to keep these at like 10 minutes. And I think, honestly, Leos, you might be a little short on yours. But Leos, I think this is going to be such a momentous moment in time for you that I think really, truly, your main energy is just focusing on getting to your end goal, getting to your idea of what the world is, getting to what the purpose is in all of this for you. How do we get to your cups? Everyone else wants to come in and connect with you and to be a part of your shining light because they're scared and they feel overwhelmed by everything that's going on in Aquarius. And they know that the Leos can help them out because you're natural born leaders and you're able to have vision and you're able to take carriage and you look after other people. You're loyal and protectors. You know, so they're like, oh, the Leos can help us out. With kind of disregarding that Leos have their own things that they want to do. It may not be that. And you may have had, as a child, as an adult, whenever, you may have had these identities placed upon you, that Six of Cups in reverse, and ideals that you had to live up to. And now that you're not doing that anymore, now that you're choosing to do your own thing, it ruffles some feathers, especially when people are looking to rely upon you and maybe even looking to lock you down even further into playing the role that they want you to play. You're a Leo, though. You know what's best for yourself. Listen to that inner guidance, all right? Okay, Cancers, your turn. Hello, Cancers. How are you doing? I hope you're doing great. Happy full moon in Leo. And let's get into what's coming up for you, what's happening for you, what's going on with your energy for our lovely Cancers. Let's see what we're at. Okay. What's the main card? Ooh, okay, Two of Wands. All right, so you're wanting to expand, wanting to maybe get out of your norm, do something a little different, have a little bit of an adventure. You may be starting a new job or starting a new investment. Maybe you're buying a new house. Oh, but there's a lot of active energy here. I think this is great for you, Cancers. This is a time for movement. This is a time for energy to just be going and flowing, for wishes coming true. Oh, Cancer, your readings have been so good. Now, your last reading, which was the peace and healing reading, like you had all these really great cards at the top, and then like when you got into the nitty gritty of it, it was because like everything looked great on the outside and it was a mess on the inside. So hopefully we don't have that happen again. Let's get into this Page of Pentacles. Hierophant. That's Taurus energy. Yeah, there's some security coming in here. You may be moving into a space where maybe you're getting a promotion. Maybe you are becoming an advisor. Maybe you're seeking an advisor. Maybe you move to work like right under the boss or something like that. Perhaps you're starting your own business and you got to get kind of all the regulations and things like that. You go take a little bit of a classy class to learn more. I would be mindful of people who are maybe not being as honest as they can be. Folks who maybe tell you they can help you out and then they actually can't because they don't know what they're talking about. Maybe folks who are saying that they're an expert in their field and they're not. They just started, but you know, they're doing the whole influencer thing where as long as you just talk and act and present yourself as an expert, then people believe that you are and they treat you like one. And eventually they can fake it till they make it, or they get found out and like it's a big hot mess. So be mindful of people who are showing up wanting to kind of help you out and guide you in things like that. Okay, just keep aware. Keep aware. Knight of Swords, you're rushing in though. You have conversations you want to have. You have information you want to share. Maybe this is you starting something where you are like a blog or a vlog or something where you're sharing information. It is a space that you are maybe contemplating leaving, if this is this Two of Wands energy that's showing up over there, but you're not ready to go quite yet. There's still too much going on. You're still waiting to see how things work out. You're still waiting to see, like, is there more that can come from this? And so you're just going to kind of keep going at it, maybe talking to the individuals and just like stick it out and see if things work out. The Star card is indicating that things are going to work out, that things are moving into like, this is big energy here, especially. Aquarius energy, the Fool energy, take that leap of faith. Yeah, if there is something that you really want, a move you want, an investment you want to make, a space you want to be in. You did get 3 cards for this one. It's saying take that leap of faith. It's saying go for it. Be the star, Cancers. It will be the end of your stress. It will bring you financial security. Yeah, if you need to stick something out because you're just not sure, like you feel like it could be at the end, but you're not ready to go quite yet. You just want to see like a little bit longer, see if it's going to work out. I say stick with it. It looks like it's going to pan out into something better. Ooh, and then we get change. Big change coming. Death card is your outcome. Okay, so now you're working in, you're moving in, you're becoming an expert. You're focusing in. You're putting in a lot of time and effort into this new dream, picking up one of these. Yeah, see, so when I was like, no, you're like, I'm going to stick it out a little bit longer. And now it's like, okay, now that this has like come to fruition, this dream has come true, this wish has happened. Like, I don't feel all stressed about this. Okay, here's the change that I'm making. I'm going to go in and I'm going to go hard, because then that actually opens me up to where it was like, oh, if you walk away and you leave this and go somewhere else, and you don't do that. And what that means is that it actually like pushes you back into the 7 of Cups energy, where it's like, all right, what cup do I want? What is my next dream? You know, we have some energy of feeling left out in the cold. Maybe you felt like you had to do all of this work on your own. People were not reliable in the way that you wanted to, but maybe there is some support now coming in from a King of Pentacles. Again, perhaps this could be that Taurus energy, the Virgo or Capricorn as well. You know, just someone who maybe is able to offer you that. Oh, and then we get the Empress. Or maybe it's you. Maybe it's you realizing that, you know what? I got this. I can be supportive of myself and others, and I can plant these seeds and make my dreams come true. I can be this wild energy that is bringing about abundance and creation and growth. And maybe that was the journey that you need to go on. Maybe it was more of a getting back to your inner fire that pushes you to go after your dreams, to make your dreams come true, to get out of this stressful situation with people who are not being upfront, you know. And then perhaps this is the folks who left you out in the cold in the beginning of this, and you now stepping in, either finding someone who is supportive of you or just supporting yourself. Now you're the one that's in the position of power, and instead of you maybe taking a route of revenge or anything like that, you're just kind of like, no, like I'm going to focus all of this energy, all of these good things that I manifested and I created towards my goals, towards this cup, this new goal that I'm looking towards. So yes, I have this one kind of thing spinning on this side, and I have a whole new thing that I'm growing on the other side, and none of you people are coming with me. Change, big ends, big adjustments. I love this for you, Cancer. I think it's amazing. So that's going to be it, Cancers. That's your full moon reading in Leo. Go do your thing. Don't let these people get in your way. Don't let them get in your head. You go after your dreams. You stick with it. I know you're feeling frustrated because the people that are involved in this are not showing up in the way that they should be, but do not give up. Do not give up. Do not let go quite yet. Your dream is just around the corner. And when it comes in, it's going to shake everything up and lead you to new opportunities, different opportunities, better opportunities that are aligned with what it is that you actually want, okay? So go for it, Cancers. I love this for you. All right, let's get into our next sign, which is Scorpios. Hi, Scorpios. How are you doing? What are you up to? Happy full moon in Leo. So that means that we've got a lot of activations going on for our Scorpios, depending on where your energy falls in your sign. There's a lot of squared energy going on, both from the full moon and from the things going on in the sign of Aquarius. You may not be feeling it yet if it's the Sun or Pluto energy in Aquarius, just because it may be too far away from you. It's a good 20 years before Pluto will move all the way through the sign of Aquarius, which means you won't feel some of those effects. It's a mass, large scale, this terrible shuffle I did. It's a large scale impact for everyone, but for you specifically in your own personal pushes and tension built around these topic and subject areas of whatever your natal chart signs are in Scorpio, towards that Pluto in Aquarius, those pushes for that revolutionary change, that won't be happening until it gets closer to making more direct, close aspects to your natal chart signs. So you might want to look a little bit more at some of those progressions in your chart just to see kind of where your energy is moving and if any of that is in alignment with the changes that are happening. A full moon in the sign of Leo would just create some tension. It would create a pull towards being a little bit more expressive and putting yourself out there. So let's see what your cards have to say about that. Scorpios. Oh, okay. Six of Cups. You're looking back at the past fondly. We're going to say it's a three of Cups, a little bit of both ways. One sense you want to celebrate, and the other sense you do not. So I think you're a little, well, there's a lot going on here emotionally for you Scorpios. A lot happening. Kind of good energy though. Three of Cups, Nine of Cups. Ooh, Six of Swords, moving away from an unhealthy mental space. Let's get these clarifiers going on. So the past is shaping what's going on right now, whether you're looking at it through rose-colored glasses, whether you're feeling like you're being a little naive in how you're approaching things, whether you're just like feeling really good about what happened in the past. The past is impacting what is going on for you right now. Part of that is it seems like you're in a in-between space. Like you would like to celebrate. You want to have fun. You're doing some things that are fun. You are celebrating a little bit. You're getting together with your friends. Maybe you're moving. Maybe you're like, I'm going to move in with one of my friends, or I'm going to go somewhere and have a lot of fun and spend a lot of time there. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to heal myself emotionally. It's really good that. Lots of travel energy. You may just go on a really fun vacation with your friends and travel around for a bit and just have a really good time. So if there is something you want to do that's been pretty fun that you're looking forward to, go ahead and put that stuff into place. You're in a pretty good space. Like you're just feeling nice. It's feeling a little light though. There may be some all of this joy and laughter and wonderfulness may just be a means of avoiding some responsibilities that you have, some unhealthy habits that you have. It's a Nine of Cups, so I'm just going to say, if you like to, partake of the libations, of the spirits, of the alcohol, be mindful of that and make sure that it's something that you're not over indulging in. If it's something where you're spending all of your time out in celebration and just whatever makes you happy or just pretending to be happy, make sure that you're mindful of that. Just take a look at what it is and why you might be using this as an attachment style. Is there some hard work that you're avoiding that needs to happen? It seems like it's more there's a decision that needs to happen that you're not making the decision on. You are just going to have a good time. But that decision comes to a head, and it is a decision where you decide to leave. It is a decision where you decide to walk away from a situation. It's looking like there's stuff going on at work, or you may be trying to pick a new job, pick a new route. So work may be stressing you out, which might be why you're trying. Yeah, you pick a new job, you pick a better job, or not a better job, like the job you were in wasn't good, but that the situation, the mental space it put you in was not healthy for you. And you pick a better one. It seems like perhaps then maybe even you used to have a lot of really close friends, or you had a really good time at this job, and like y'all used to just like really hang out and be super close, but then like things got a little toxic, not the healthiest space, and you needed to make a choice about what you wanted to do about this attachment in the workplace, and instead you were really kind of still trying to make things work, stay in this happy place, but eventually it was just like, it's so unhealthy, I cannot stay there. Either way, if you're using your friends and family and fun to distract yourself from the unhappiness you're feeling with your finances and with your job, either way, it looks like you decide, of course, that this full moon is the catalyst for needing to move away, for needing to let this go, from needing to get out of this space and find either a new place of employment or perhaps a promotion or something like that that gets you just into a different location. You may literally be moving for work. You may be trying to find something that is remote that allows you a little bit more flexibility to be able to travel, something you're a little bit more passionate about. You are trying to decide which route to take. You're feeling though pretty good as far as now you feel like we go from a 3 to a 9 to a 10. So instead of it being that more superficial happiness, you're actually feeling happy. I think it's just getting out of this place and being able to not have that underlying thoughts in your head about how you hate this, how unhappy you are in this place, Scorpio. Now you actually just get to enjoy the connections that you've made in time with your family and things like that. It is a new beginning. It is a new beginning. Perhaps this may have been something involving a supervisor or a teacher or something like that who had a very sharp tongue, maybe some air sign energy, or you may be moving to a place where now you don't have to be so like mentally kind of on guard, mentally and verbally in this place where you have to be constantly putting up boundaries and constantly defending yourself and constantly like making sure people aren't talking about you behind your back and all this other foolishness. Like that's kind of come to an end. Perhaps you could be a little bit more softer. It does have though, it has the Queen of Swords in reverse. So like you need to set up good boundaries and perhaps you are not, and it's making you feel left out in the cold, or perhaps you expected someone to defend you, to stand up for you, and they didn't, and that makes you feel left out in the cold, and it pushes you to look at this situation in a different light. Perhaps even look at this individual in a different light. You're just, mentally you have just changed and adjusted. And now you're kind of like, all right, well, I'm planting new seeds. I'm heading in a different direction, and I'm just going to see how that pans out for me, because this situation and you people are not working for me, and I'm not here for it. I'm not staying. Either way, this is going to be a catalyst that's going to get you out of this kind of avoidant behavior when it comes to this issue that you're encountering and getting you moving towards actually starting to solve that. So, all right, Scorpios, that's going to be it for you. So I know you're having a good time and I know you're enjoying yourself, but whatever this issue is that's making you so unhappy or that's stressing you out or putting you into this really not so great mental space, this decision that you're avoiding, yeah, face it. Make the decision, make the choice. It's time. January 25th. Maybe a week or so after it, it's time, Scorpios. You know what you want to do. You know you don't need to be in that place. You know you need better support. There are other opportunities available for you. They're just waiting for you to take them. Just do it, okay? I love you, Scorpios. I really do. Just do it. All right, Virgos. Virgos. What's going on with you all for the full moon in Leo? Y'all won't feel as much of these like impacts and things like that with Virgos, and we're probably entering more of like, I don't know, maybe a little bit of a positive pool, a positive adjustment. It may just be a little bit too like just not as directly impacting, but impacting so much of your community and the people around you that, you know, by proxy you feel impacted, you feel the effects. Let's see what comes up for this reading for our Virgos. Virgos have been making big moves, and I'm very proud of you, Virgo. Let's see what your general energy is for this full moon in Leo. Ooh, yes, I told y'all. The Magician. Empowerment. Having everything that you need already. Ooh, okay. Two of Cups in reverse. All right, so there may be some issues going on in a relationship or a partnership. This could be a creative partnership or this could be a romantic relationship. It is stressing you out, very much so. And then we have a Queen of Cups. Someone, it looks like it might not be you, but somebody has decided they're just going to focus on themselves. They're going to do extreme self-care. They're going to be focusing on their heart and their mental well-being, and they are not going to be overwhelmed by this situation any longer. I totally read these, not quite the way that I usually do, so let me finish this out. Okay, new investment, money in the hand, new financial opportunity, and our last one. Yeah, and you just being like, I'm going to focus on work. Yeah, it looks like instead of dealing with all of this emotional stuff, you're like, forget that. I don't need this person who's not going to support me, especially emotionally. I'm going to make it do what it do. I'm going to make it be what I need it to be. I'm going to fight for what it is that I want, and I'm going to overcome. I'm going to make this investment. I'm going to make this change. So this person may not like this. Ooh, yeah, my goodness. Okay. Ace of Pentacles is clarified by Seven of Wands, which is kind of defending your stance, defending your position, and the Moon card, which is saying there's either secrets that are still coming to light about things, or this is part of deep shadow work that you need to be doing around why you have to be so defensive about the choices that you want to make, or why it is you're constantly looking to restart things, especially when it comes to finances or leaning into your finances instead of addressing the emotional issues that are going on in your life. let's get into this. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Knight of Wands is a clarifier for the Eight of Pentacles. You were just like buckling down, focusing on your work. Here's the thing, though. Oh, this is interesting. In one sense, I think you're really trying to balance out this maybe pool to make very big decisions, very big changes, to make quick movement, quick changes and choices and things like that. Knight of Wands energy, like a very immature, very just like either lust filled, like you're lusting after something, or you're just like fully just in your like physical, in the sense of, okay, I'm aroused by this, so I'm going to go after it. And you're like, no, slow and steady. I'm a Virgo. I know how this works. Slow and steady. That's the way that's going to work best for me. And that's going to bring you like withstanding, maybe even if it's you defending your stance and kind of doing this deep work, doing some of the shadow work, or letting things come to light that were not very clear before, is putting you in this place where it's like, okay, no, I'm definitely slowing down. My attraction, it could even be this situation, my attraction to this situation has like, it's over, it's done, because it has caused too much turmoil, and I'm able to put my energy towards something that I know will be fruitful for me, and the outcome that will lead me to a different space. Let's see what your outcome is, Virgo. Ooh, Five of Swords, the Emperor. Yeah, you're a little defensive, definitely a little defensive. Five of Swords is saying that like mentally you were sitting here trying to prepare for the worst. You are like trying to make sure that you have all of your bases covered. The Emperor is saying that it's either you or someone else is going very much so into the hyper organized zone. There needs to be structure, there needs to be system, there needs to be grounding, there needs to be stability. Like everything is very much like, I'm not leaving anything up to chance with this situation. We got a King of Cups now, so instead of it just being this Queen of Cups, it seems like there's either someone else who comes in and you have like a lot of people in your life right now, or instead of you letting these emotions kind of take over in this situation, you're like, let me get ahead of that. Let me be the one, especially with this Five of Swords, let me be the one who is being very, very emotionally mature, especially when the passions and the tensions, the fieriness of the situation is very high. There is, like I said, either a whole bunch of people or a lot of maturing that needs to happen in this situation. And this full moon in Leo is really pushing that energy out there. This could be something that has to do with your parents, or if you are the parents, this could be something that has to do with your kids, and really like the life that you want to create for your family, the systems and structures in place to be able to provide happy memories and happy childhood experiences for your family. It could also be, though, that this is a pattern that's coming from your family. So if you don't have kids, if you don't have a family, if it's maybe you and your partner, but y'all now it's anyway, and you're needing to grow up a little bit with that. This could be a pattern. This could be a cycle that has happened that stems from your childhood, related to miscommunication, a lack of ability to communicate clearly, emotional expectations without clear verbal communication and expression of what those expectations are. So someone who expects for everyone to take care of them emotionally while they sit here and are selfish and think only about themselves, while not being able to clearly like communicate what their needs are, and then like going off on people verbally, yelling, screaming, things like that, or just like cold shoulder, stuff like that, like just verbally not communicating when that doesn't happen. And so like a lot of triggering is going on, and you may have been trying to I hate to use the word trigger, a lot of activations may have been going on, Virgo, that was trying to push you back into this kind of response, this trained response, and you are very much so like, no. And I think that one of the things is that I'm an evolutionary astrologer, and so for that I look at that your birth chart is something that is framed in order to teach you the things you needed to address some of the things you've experienced in your past. And with your sun sign showing up as a Virgo, that means that what you've meant to be able to come into to heal and to work with the energies that you've experienced in your past lives, in the past, is Virgo energy. And it's very calm, oriented, specific. It is the assessor. It is the ones who take all of the fruits of our labor and they sort through it to see what's good and what's not good, what's going to work and what's not going to work, what's worthy of being placed upon the scales by Libra. So Virgo, you came in with that energy in order to calm some of this more erratic energy that's been present either in your past life or it has been present in your childhood that needed to be addressed, but you had to get to a point where you understood how powerful you were, accepting your role as Virgo in order to switch this energy around. Okay, one more, and then I'm done. I'm off the soapbox, Virgo. We're not reading all of those. We'll read this one. Queen of Pentacles. I told you. Yes. This has been the whole point, to get you to this Queen of Pentacles, or to get this Queen of Pentacles to be very present in your life. This was it. To give you more grounding, to give you more of that stability, to give you more of that support, to where you understand that your ability to be able to see what needs fixing is actually a superpower. It is not at your detriment. To understand that without clear communication, without order and systems, without emotional maturity, that nothing is going anywhere. And when people show up in this space where emotionally they're not able to actually give and be present and offer a cup and take a cup, it only sets you up for stress and for having to be defensive and for feeling like you can't move forward and you have to slow down and all these other things, and that you have to be in this kind of hyper aware state of always looking to make sure that you're prepared for whatever may happen. And the way to break that cycle is to slow down and to focus on what it is that you're doing, to focus on your superpower of assessment, and to lean so deeply into that energy where you say, no, we're not operating like this any longer. That's the empowerment piece. That's the magician. Okay, Virgos. That's a good full moon for you. Yes, it is. That's a good full moon for my Virgos. I am here for all of that. I'm very sorry if there have been some relationship issues or, a family or something like that has had some problems. There's been some issues there, but it's such an empowering full moon for you. I can't even be upset about it. All right. Pisces. Hello, Pisces. How are you doing? What are you up to? How was your week? Happy full moon. Let's see what's going on for you all. Pisces, you have Saturn going through Pisces, so it depends on where all that's happening in your chart when you'll feel that impact. Let's see, what else do we have going on? Pluto will be affecting everybody, so it probably won't feel as tremendous for you. More of what you'll be dealing with is that energy of that very last bits of Neptune flowing around through the end of your sign. So if you have late natal placements in Pisces, you've been dealing a lot with going through kind of getting out of delusions, getting into reality, finding the concreteness of it all. And that's lovely Saturn's doing. Because Neptune moved through your sign very slowly for a while, and it kind of really gave you all these big hopes and dreams and really put you into these really strong spiritual spaces where you're in touch with your ancestors and in touch with the universe and in touch with your unconscious. And then it gave you all these visions and things that you could do with your life and that you could help people out with. And now Saturn's here, and Saturn said, okay, so are you actually going to do this or not? Because Neptune will let you dream about all the things, and Saturn will say you actually have to do it. So let's see what happens for your full moon. This full moon in Leo probably will not have that much of as significant of an impact unless you have other placements. If you have other placements, which obviously you do. But for just the Pisces stuff, not quite the same. We're starting off with a 5 of Pentacles. So you've been feeling unsupported, a little left out in the cold. That might be the general energy of what this full moon is bringing to the forefront for you. To me, that makes a lot of sense, honestly, because of the fact that you have so much going on that's pushing you to learn and to grow, that's pushing you into this space of being much more present and much more like putting your thoughts and your dreams into action, and kind of finding out that maybe the people who are around you that love you when you're in a dreamer state may not appreciate you when you actually, or may not be able to support you in the same way. It's easy to support a dreamer, you know, make them a cozy bed, cook them some yummy food, take them out places and let them be their wild, you know, self. It's a lot more difficult to sometimes stand up when they need you to actually put things into action. All right, the Hermit. So, I think you had the Hermit as your peace and healing card too, or one of the first ones in there. Maybe it was even like the Outcome or something. You are definitely needing to still take some time to yourself, Pisces. You're balancing out that heart in your mind. Major 3 cards for your first ones out are all major arcana. Hermit saying go within, balance out your heart and your mind. Get in touch with what it is your unconscious wants, and get in touch with what it is you emotionally want. Get in touch with what's happening in those spaces, especially doing some deep shadow work. The High Priestess really going and marrying. You have 2 spaces that need to be married right now, that need to be brought into balance with each other, tempered out, as they like to say. Temperance as a metaphor. You take hot water, you take cold water. You need to get warm water, you pour them in, and you temper them out. We're going back and forth between them and mixing the energies in order to get to a nice even stasis, a midpoint, if you will. Okay, so going over here and then now looking and combining that with the High Priestess, you need to temper out your unconscious and your conscious. You need to get those things into alignment. Saturn and Pisces, Neptune leading Pisces. You need to get the action that's going to make your dreams come true, and that dreamy, beautiful, playful, spiritual energy of Neptune into balance together. And you're not going to be able to do that out and about in the world. You need to go within, okay? You need to go within, and you need to be nice and deep, and you need to not get bitter if the people outside of you cannot support you in that space, okay? It's your journey. It's your thing. It's a Pisces moment, okay? And not everybody can always be on board with the Pisces moment. This self-reflection, this going in, this deepness will end the stress, the overthinking, the confusion, the feeling lost, the feeling overwhelmed. Like you're at the end of that. You feel a little bit, it's time for celebration, a time of coming together, of partnership and support. It revealed the people who couldn't support you and the people who could. And perhaps people couldn't support you as in investing their time and their energy and their money. Maybe they couldn't support you financially, but they may be able to provide you some emotional support. And maybe that wasn't what you were looking for, but you may be realizing that maybe that's what you need, especially when your cup is getting a little full, a little empty, when you're feeling that overwhelmedness. What you may think you need, that support my business, support my, dreams, provide me with a loan, invest in this with me, help me buy a house, doing whatever it is. It may not be what you actually need. You need yourself. And you need that emotional support. You need the joy. You need the laughter. You need the partnership coming in and offering you cups, helping you out, being creative with you. We get a Page of Wands. We get an Ace of Wands. Yeah, there's something new and exciting coming in. I'm telling you, it's that going in and tempering out, that bringing the conscious and the unconscious together. It's leading you not only to calming your mind and getting out of that mentally taxing space, it is opening up the door to a new creative adventure, emotionally fulfilling and passionately fulfilling. You will feel aroused, you'll feel alive, you'll feel awake, you'll be like so excited to grab that wand and go. And this situation, the one that doesn't feel fulfilling, the one that has come to an end, the one that is not supportive, you leave. You walk away. You move forward. It's literally this person right here. This person right here with the wand walking away. They've got their little wand and they're moving. You've got the Hermit here. He also has a wand and he's moving. He's looking down into the waters while he stands on the land. You're looking down into your unconscious as you are conscious, and you are bringing those things together to bring them to light, to share with other people. You may create a course, you may create a class, you may create a business that offers solutions to an issue that other people have been experiencing about being left out in the cold and not being supported. that you get those insights and that wisdom from going through this process. And that may be the wand that you snatch up, but either way, you're leaving this one to a better situation, and you're very excited about that opportunity. If this is a relationship, like a romantic relationship or something of that nature, it'll be someone that you're very sexually compatible with and very sexually attracted to. And your alchemist and empress, something's cooking. Yeah, that's why I'm like, no, you're creating something new. Something's cooking, something is in the works. You're tapped into that creatrix energy, which I don't even like that word, creatrix. Ugh. You're in that creator energy. You're in that development energy. You're in that, like, it could be like coding. You could make a new app for something. You could start a new business for something. You could go out and you could buy land and make a homestead or something like that. Like, there's something cooking and brewing within you that you are so excited about, because it is the marriage, Two of Cups, between your heart and your mind. Between your heart and your mind, swords in your cups. This could not even be like relationships. This could be your mind gets settled, your heart gets excited. It feels much more like at home. It feels much more closed, and like you are supporting yourself. Like it's the marriage between your heart and your mind has come to this space that's birthed something new. Your soul is a fire. Okay. And so now you're sitting on this thing and you're working on it and you're creating this. You may be needing to be very smart and clever about how you approach things, how you move forward, because there may be some people who are perhaps even still these folks from this Five of Pentacles back here, who are not showing up as their best selves. They're not being fully honest with you. They're not being fully upfront with you, you know, so be mindful, be careful. Maybe don't share everything right away. Let it cook. Let it do its thing. Especially if like you're feeling something knocks you out of balance or something knocks this situation out of balance. We go from feeling this excitement, feeling more of this balance, getting to this space of like calmness to, okay, I don't know what's going on with these people, or I'm feeling like I need to, you know, keep these things close to me before I share them with others. It's stressing me out a bit because I'm putting so much time and effort into this, or I'm thinking about like what's going on with these other folks, but I'm pushing forward with this new endeavor. I'm pushing forward with this new craft, this new adventure, this new relationship, whatever it is. And now I may be ready to speak about it. I may be able to share, but not until I get to the end, not till I finish this out. Ace of Cups. And I have a new offering to make. I have a new offering to provide. I have birthed something new. My cup is overflowing because I sat here and I focused and I did that work and I found that grounding. I love this for you. All right. So Hermit energy, Temperance energy, High Priestess energy, Empress energy. Those are your focal points. Ignore what's going on out with these people around you. Be mindful of who you share, what you're working on with. Go after those passions. Give the people who do support you emotionally space and energy. Keep going, even though this will stress you out towards the end. Keep going. It will come to fruition. It will be great. It will be wonderful. All right, so Libras. You are our last in our reading today, but never last in my heart. How are you doing, Libras? I hope that this is an amazing reading. I'm a Libra, so I'm gonna be biased. This is the last one I'm doing, so I'm gonna put out good vibes for us Libras. I really hope that I didn't just jinx us. But we're gonna see what we're gonna get. Okay, so we've got a full moon in Leo, beautiful Leo energy. It's probably going to be some, what is that? Is it like sextile? It's not going to be a square, maybe trine. Not quite trine energy, huh? No, it could be some trine energy, stuff like that. Anyways, whichever one that one is, it's about 60 degrees. I think that's sextile energy going on. That's a positive, nice little aspect. We do have a lot going on with the Aquarius energy, so that's going to be that trine energy for you all. That's going to be pulling from that. We have the, what else is happening? Is there anybody else that's kind of moving around? Pisces has some stuff going on. It's not as impactful for you all. Aries has a little bit going on. We do have that North Node, South Node still going on. Aries and Libra. And then It's going to be a while though before Neptune moves in Aries. So we've got a little bit of time. There's some stuff going on. So everybody else is kind of wide awake, and you are also being pulled from kind of your natural habitat as partnership and all of those fun things into like what's going on with my community. So like looking at just not you, not the I and you, the other directly, two entities, two parties, to like community, the really big picture of things, that Aquarius energy. So there's going to be a little bit of a push, a pull, encouragement to kind of move into that space and provide even maybe some offerings that are more systemic, more large scale than maybe what you've done before. Oh goodness. Okay. So King of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Pentacles in reverse. So you're either dealing with an earth sign who is not showing up in their best selves, or you were kind of supposed to be in King of Pentacles energy and you were like, no, thank you. You either don't want the responsibility, you don't like the route that it's taking you, you don't want to be in this role, you don't want to have to provide and care for everybody financially, the responsibilities, all the things, you're like, I don't want it. Part of that is you need to maybe be making a choice about a job or finances or something of that nature, and you are avoiding it. You need to be doing, you're not making any choices. Libra, we're doing the Libra thing. We're doing the Libra thing, and we cannot do the Libra thing. Let's get into it, okay? This Leo full moon is pulling us into doing the Libra thing. Okay, you need to make a leap of faith, and I think you're scared because of the past. Or you're being naive and you're avoiding making a decision because you're like, don't worry, it'll all work itself out. This has happened for me in the past. This is how it's gone in the past. I just don't make a decision and it all ends up working out. I'm going to give you an on this one, okay? I know that may be like your viewpoint on things, but I'm going to give you an not this time, okay? Not this time. Show up, Libra, okay? So you need to be making a choice about what you want to do with your finances. You want to take this new job? You want to do this new venture? You want to go travel? You want to go get a job overseas or something like that? Take the leap of faith. Don't get caught up in the past and thinking about like through rose-colored glasses and the connections that you have here that are going to keep you from moving forward. Use that leap of faith to make you to say like, I'm going to make my childhood dreams come true. That's the way you frame that. The moon, secrets coming out, things unseen, things unexpected. Not everything is what it appears to be, but also this is my shadow work card. So there's some shadow work we need to do around Five of Wands energy, tension, friendly competition, comparing ourselves to others. And a revelation. Okay, we got to pull another one for this one, Libra. Libra, you're getting babied here because we got to see what's going on in the Chariot. Libra, you need to move. It's time. Or travel. We can accept travel for now. Okay, so the shadow work that needs to be done is around friendly competition, comparing yourself to others, causing issues, and sitting here and causing, maybe some fights, some arguments, some feistiness because of this underlying unconscious desire that you are not answering. This unconscious desire for growth, for expansion, for challenge. A revelation is coming, and a revelation is going to strike you down when you go and you do this. I'm so sorry, I shouldn't say strike you down, but I mean, when you go in and you do this deep work, when you go in and you dig into this Five of Wands and you're like, where do I not feel alive? Where has my fire gone down? Why has my fire gone down? When you figure out what that meaning is, it is going to be unprecedented. It is going to be unexpected. It's going to rock your world a bit, and you're going to be like, I gotta get the hell out of here. This stuckness, all this indecision, the Libra thing of balancing out and never actually making a choice is like, oh my goodness, this is not good for me at all. Like I said, this is not the way to go. The Two of Pentacles is not in reverse, is not the way to go. So we then get a Two of Swords. So now that you're like, gotta wake up, gotta get out of this. Oh my goodness, you got every single two. Every single two. Libras. We're Libra-ing really hard for this full moon. I love us so much, but we can't, y'all. We can't. And you know what it is? It's that dang South Node, North Node rearing its ugly head at us. Okay, you have the revelation, you do the shadow work, you realize you need to move forward, you got to get out of this space. This isn't actually working for you. It's not bringing you the connections to support the life that you want to live. And now you need to make a choice, probably make a choice to where you want to move, how you get out of this. And it's literally where you want to move. Where in the world do you want to be? You need to venture out. You need to move. You need to go and see things and do things and explore and get some life back inside of you, Libra. And we have this Lover's card. So, one of the things you may be feeling like is that you may feel like you have to make a choice between living your life and doing your own thing and compromising for others. Making your relationships work. Being who other people want you to be. Maintaining those connections. The Lover's card could be literally a choice between this adventure and your lover. It could be you trying to decide about what move you make and being able to actually be true to who you are with those expectations of other people and feeling torn, feeling like you cannot choose. I will venture to say maybe you don't have to choose, but maybe you do. Maybe it's time, Libra, to make a choice. You got the Hangman and you're like, no, I refuse. But the Hangman is not making a choice. The Hangman is needing to change your perspective. It's needing to see things from a different viewpoint. And that is why, I don't know, I get a kind of view that like these are false dichotomies. These are false choices. They're not actually so different from each other and that you can do both. You're a Libra. You can do both. Okay, you just need to change your perspective. How do we do that? What's going on there? King of Swords. All right, we got to grow up. We got to mature. Maybe do some meditation, do some mindfulness, get out of our heads, quiet our minds, calm our minds so that we can actually see what's the best choice around us. We need to communicate really, really clearly. If we have someone who's showing up as a King of Wands in our life, we need to go ahead and be in this space where like we can hear them out, because if we're wanting to move, and we are, Knight of Wands, this desire within you, you're going to go after it. You're going to change your perspective. You're going to go after it. You're going to need that mental maturity to be able to express yourself and make these new connections, especially if not everyone's in agreement with your new beginning, with your rebirth, with you being a different person than how you've been when you were sacrificing yourself for everybody else by being what everyone else thought or who you think in your head everyone expects for you to be, even if they've never actually expressed this to you, but you internalized this and it became your shadow. It became an aspect of your shadow. And then the other parts of you that are aligned with who you want to be are also in your shadow. And now you have to bring these things up and integrate them. So you're going to plant some seeds. You're going to plant some seeds and you're going to see how it goes. I think this is the conversation you're having. Maybe you're turning in applications at new jobs, in foreign places, in maybe just at a different place. Maybe you're turning in an apartment application to move. Maybe you're turning in a car application so you can get out of there. And you are ready to go. It's time to go. You get to that point where emotionally you're there. You finally get to the emotional space to move, to leave, to go. Whew, Libras, what a reading. If you want a private reading, a personal reading about like the choices you need to make, the directions you need to go in, insights about what will happen when you make these choices, link is in the description. Get a reading from me. If you want help in designing this, if you want help doing this deep shadow work, description, I have times available. Come work with me. We'll work this out together, okay? I think I stopped doing shadow work readings, but there's been so much going on with that. I think I'm going to do a shadow work reading for this month. I have some days, I think, open to do some extra different types of readings, and I think that's exactly what I'll do. So we'll dig into that a little bit. And if you want to see what's going on with these specifically, like I said, just grab some time with me in the description below. Hit that subscribe button. I love you so, so, so much. Comment down below on where it is you want to move. I know you want to. So like, just tell me where it is you want to go, Libras. I'll tell you where I want to go. I would love to move. We're going to have a little chit chat for a little bit. I would love to move to, I think, Thailand. I have a friend who wants to move to Mexico. But I think I also would just enjoy moving. Oh, I'd love to live in Chicago for a little bit. So I may just do a little bit more traveling. I don't know if I'll be fully moving yet, but I may just do more traveling, and I'll definitely be doing some investing in some new financial things to kind of move things along and give me a little bit more of that financial freedom to be able to be more nomadic, perhaps, but still have a nice stability, a place to stay. So we'll see how that works out. So yeah, I'm right there with you, Libra. I love you. I'll see y'all later. Bye.